and welcome. I am Zombie Kitty and welcome to Spooky Month. It is the 1st of October. I do want to just quickly say before I get into this, yeah, no decorations on the wall at the moment. The majority of these videos in October I am recording actually mid-September, so obviously haven't got the box of Halloween decorations out yet, so I do apologise. There probably won't really be any Halloween stuff, you know, in the background for October, so I do apologise for that, but oh well. But yeah, welcome. It is the 1st of October. It is the start of Spooky Month, but also it is the first anniversary of Dawko's Dark Desire 2 music video. So I wanted to use this particular opportunity to just do a theory video on where I think part 3 is going to go, where I think, like, what I think part 3 is going to do. Dawko has said and has confirmed that there is going to be a part 3. It's going to be the conclusive part, so it's going to be the final part in this sort of story. And yeah, I don't know when it's coming out, but it has been confirmed. But I just thought it would be a fun sort of video to do some theories on what I think it could do, where I think it could go. If you don't know who Dawktrap is essentially from Dark Desire 1 and 2, which is Dawko and Houston's songs. So Dark Desire 1 was basically him playing FNAF Help Wanted. One of the endings in Help Wanted is Dawktrap possesses the player to get into the real world, which is what happens to Dawko. Hence we get Dawktrap. In the music video for the second song, Dawktrap, aka Dawktrap, is now in the real world, and it's essentially a Disney villain song about taking over the world. Pretty much. Dawktrap ends up winning. He ends up taking over the souls and the minds of 8 billion people, and the sort of end credit scene, I guess you could call it, is Dawktrap collects all the souls up and injects them into himself and becomes the creature that is at the end of Princess Quest 1. So firstly, I do want to say, now that we know that Dawktrap is the digital mimic, it makes a bit more sense now that he's going with this sort of route, because again, like, whereas William would kill people for the remnant of their souls to keep himself immortal, sorry if you can hear my dogs, the mimic ends up mimicking what William did. So of course it would make sense where he'd be like, well, hang on, wouldn't it just be easier for me to take the souls and take over 8 billion people, take their souls, and here we go, I don't have a problem. So it makes a bit more sense now in the context of the mimic being Dawktrap. But where's it going to go now? Because at the end of that video, Dawktrap has won. He's taken over the world, he's succeeded. Where's it going to go from here? So how I'm going to do this is, originally I was going to do like, okay, split into the good and bad endings. Another point to make as well is that some things that I'll say in this video I've probably said in my reaction video to the music video for Dark Desire 2. So I do apologise if I'm repeating stuff, but I had a couple of theories then as well, and what I was originally going to do is split it up into good and bad endings, but I've realised that actually there's both sides to those endings that could happen. So I said in the reaction video that I would want a bad ending because I feel like with FNAF, like, it's very in line with FNAF. Like, I think only 2 games have happy endings, so it would sort of fit within that format and within that sort of source material. But also I think it would be really interesting to have whoever's collaborating on part 3 or whoever is involved in part 3 to actually try and fight and fix this, and in the end it doesn't work. I think that would be a lot more interesting than just to have a plain good ending. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm just going to ramble off my theories. I feel like that's going to be a better way to do things rather than be like, okay, well this, then this, and this, and this. So I do apologise if this video is a bit rambly, but oh well. So I feel like one of the ways that part 3 could go is that it could be, you could have the retelling of part 2 again, but it could be from Dorko's perspective, so like the character in that story. And you could have him looking out, maybe he's not quite fully possessed yet, maybe some part of him is still awake, and he's watching this and seeing what's happening from part 2, and then it moves on to him actually coming face to face with Glitchtrap's soul. So that's one thing I think that could happen, and either that works or it doesn't. So again, there could be a good ending to that or a bad ending to that, but I think that could be one of them. I feel like another one could be that maybe a couple of people, whoever is collaborating on that song for part 3, maybe they haven't been fully possessed yet, maybe they're aware that something's wrong, so they end up figuring out, okay, something's wrong, let's find anyone else who's in the same situation as us and let's try and fix this. So that's another way I think it could go. In terms of who I want for part 3, I think I said this in the reaction video, but I would want MatPat and Markiplier, because I think that could be really interesting. I mean, I don't know how big of an ask that is, but I think that could be really interesting. And again, like, you know, this could end up, both of those endings could end with either Dorko winning over Glitchtrap and being successful, and Glitchtrap ends up going back into the game, Dorko ends up free, or it could end up being, well, you tried, here we are, welcome to the new world. I feel like it could go in a couple of different directions really with that one. The other one, that to be honest, it wasn't until, because I live streamed Security Breach, was it a month or 2 ago on Twitch, and I ended up doing the Princess Quest ending. So the Princess Quest ending was you played through 3 arcade machines and essentially you were freeing Vanessa from Glitchtrap. But at the end of part 1, so the first arcade machine, you had that like big giant like creature, which you also see at the end of part 2 of Dark Desire. So another sort of out there sort of theory that I've had since then is go the same route as Princess Quest. But with that you have a really big opportunity to include Dorko's other characters, so like Night Guard, Glamrock, Puppet. Like, you have a really interesting opportunity and a really big opportunity to include them. Maybe it's set in like the Mega Pizzaplex, they realise something's up, and it's like, okay, you literally go through the Princess Quest route, but a Dawktrap version, and you go through that to try and free him, which is where you'll come face to face with that creature that's in the end of Dark Side 2, that's in the end of Princess Quest 1, and you go through that way. But I feel like that's another way where part 3 could go, because again, and I'm saying all this, I'm aware of like, because part 2, if you don't know, or Dark Side 2, was part live action and animation, so green screen and animation. So I do understand that there's a lot of work and a lot of time to do, but again, this is just me sort of spitballing theories really. This is me sort of saying theories and just having fun with it and seeing where it can go. Because yeah, with the ending that we got with the last video, it's like, okay, now what? Like, now, what do we do now? So, but I think the Princess Quest route and going through that way could be really interesting. Again, it would probably be a lot of work, or you could go fully animated if you wanted to include the other characters. So go back to Dark Side 1, go fully animated and go that way. So I feel like there's a couple ways you could do it, like execute that sort of idea. But again, yeah, I do understand it takes a lot of time and work to do. I think it could be really interesting to have the other characters involved as well. And especially if you're going to set it within like the Mega Pizzaplex, that brings in sort of Glamrock, that brings in Night Guard, that brings in Puppet, who are Dorko's other characters. It could bring them in as well, and they try and fix it, and they try and figure out how to solve this. Or again, like part 2, it could be set in Dorko's mind, and it's him trying to face off against Glitchtrap. So I feel like there's multiple ways that you could do this. And again, if you want to go fully animated with it again, like with part 1, that could work as well. It gives you a bit more freedom to sort of be a bit crazy. I was going to say be a bit crazy with the visuals, but to be fair, look at Dark Desire 2 in the music video for that. Like, the visuals were pretty insane for that, so I feel like it could work either way. Like, if you want to go full animation or live action and animation as well, I think both could work. But it depends how, again, it depends how part 3 is going to be executed, what part 3 is going to be. But yeah, I just thought it would be sort of a fun, silly idea to just sort of say what my theories are and get them out there, really. Because especially since like the Princess Quest, since doing that on live stream, I was like, okay, I feel like you could do this and go the same route, which would be interesting. Or like, now that Ruin's out, you can have one of the characters come in and you go through Ruin and do it that way. So yeah, Ruin and all this lot has kind of given me a bit more inspiration to be like, there's a lot of different ways that this could go, actually. Or again, have whoever's collaborating, if there's going to be collaborators, have people who are collaborating on part 3 to be like, okay, we're aware that something's wrong, so let's try and fix this. So there's multiple ways I think it could go, which makes a difference from last year where I was like, okay, what now? But yeah, we'll have to see. Obviously, I don't think part 3 has even been written yet, but I'm looking forward to seeing like what the final part is going to be, what the conclusive part is going to be, and what's going to happen, basically. So this was my theory video on Darkest Desire 3 and where I think it could go. I just thought this would be a fun video to do, because I've kind of been wanting to do a theory video for this for a while, and I was like, let's just leave it till the 1st of October. It's the year anniversary of the music video. Let's just leave it till then. I've had fun sort of rambling. I hope this kind of makes sense, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, thank you all for watching, and I will see you all soon.